Good morning, everyone. I'm right here. Oh, look, you can see my reflection in the power supply. Got you guys a bit of a different angle today. Maybe you can see a little bit better because we're going to be shooting this video, which has been sort of like a monkey on my back for really long. Happy Canada Day, everyone, by the way. That's what today is. Putting stuff away as I speak here. I had to rush to get this camera angle set up. I don't even have my coffee. So I'm gonna run upstairs and get my coffee. You guys are gonna come with me. Shut this light, don't need this light. And up I go. I think Vero is still asleep, which is good. Spoonful of coffee. Two sweeteners. And then grab some creamer. Maple creamer, obviously, for Canada Day. And down the stairs I go. Hopefully not falling on my face. All right, heading back. Made it. Oh, shoot, knocked my camera. Made it. Hell, Mr. SE. Alias Sweden. By the way, at twitter.com. Okay. I do appreciate the Twitter link instead of an X link. Let's see what that says. It's loading. Pretty neat enclosure. Very nice. Yeah, I'm not going to call it X until he names his daughter her chosen name. I'm not naming his platform his chosen name. I think it's his daughter. I don't remember if it's his daughter or if his son now, but his child goes by a different name than what they were named, and Elon refuses to acknowledge it, so how can he ask a billion people to do stuff for him if he won't do shit for his own kids? And I mean, I get it. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. But if you don't want kids, don't have them. And if you have them, you gotta be nice to them. It is what it is. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. So I'm gonna restart from scratch now. I did order some microphones, some lav mics. I did pay a lot of freaking money for them, but I think that'll be it for production costs. MOSFET's blowing, is that, and that controls their USB. Wow. The Odroid. What's the Odroid? It's a SBC. I really hate what the Raspberry Pi ended up as. Like from a $35 board to a here in Canada, they're like $200 boards now or whatever. I don't think that's what the foundation had in mind when it had started. I like these kinds of things for single board computers. These guys. Oh look, you can see my dirty ass shop. Oh look, there you guys are. This is a Powkiddy X55 gaming system. I need to get a matte screen protector for it so I can show it on camera. Home Assistant.io blue. Okay. Odroid N2 Plus. Yeah, it's an SBC. So my question is, now with Framework laptops, you're able to buy B-stock. Hang on, let me let me do something here. So this will be more expensive, obviously. Let's go here. So if you go here, and then Marketplace, and then Main Boards, case, here we go. So $469 for an Intel i7 11th gen, so not recent. They cut power your building when power return blew the MOSFET. Oh, that's stupid. But if you want an i5 11, oh, it's out of stock. But regardless, this is the price. So this is Canadian Copex. So that is pretty cheap. $270 US for a Core i5. So that's the everything you need except for display and whatever. But if you do headless, that's pretty cheap. Hey Franco. And you can 3D print cases for that too. Framework. They are somewhere. I don't know where. Just need an enclosure. Yeah, and Cooler Master makes an enclosure, or you can 3D print them. So there's the enclosures from Cooler Master. You can just 3D print them. Also, I know, Printables is such a bad website. Like, look at where the search is. Like, what? Look at, could this be any smaller? There we go. So here's a case for AIO. Here's a portable. Parts tray. Speaker mount. Test bench. So yeah, there's tons. Yeah, tablet conversion. There's tons of stuff. a VESA accessory case. So yeah, and they also have factory seconds as well. So this is the one I have here, 889 just for the board. Where are the factory seconds? Yeah, B stock. Okay, there's also B stock. Seems like not this one, but whatever. Pretty cool. So what wattage? I'm not sure what that means. But regardless, framework is cool stuff, man. Has power consumption range. Oh yeah, no, it'll be about 45 watts. The i5. 35 to 45, but you can put it in sleep modes and whatever. But the thing is, it can run everything. It can run, you know, OpenVPN or everything, because it'll just run Windows or Linux. Full-fledged. It's like literally a computer. Could do AI tasks. Well, maybe not the Intel, but if you fork out the good money for the for this one, 7840U, this thing's a monster. Can't run Home Assistant. I'm just saying. This thing's an absolute beast. You can do emulation, you can do Plex transcoding. You can do whatever you like. I need to wake up a little bit and then we'll start filming. So what's bothering me is the resistance of this, which is like wrong. Let's see if it's still the same. Look how fast this thing boots up. This thing's a monster. Also, it turns out my LTT screwdriver video is a smash hit. I think it's at 1,200 views, which is weird. All right, so let's go voltage, 1 volt. Yeah, no. Definitely no bueno. Why'd I do this? No, I don't want to. I don't like doing that. I don't want to bring drama upon my channel. I want long-lasting subscribers that'll come to the live streams and hang out with you guys. That's what I want. Oh my God, I am rough this morning. I just woke up. Got out of bed at 7:45. Rough. Isn't there a menu? Storage, preset, lock, utility menu? You guys can see a little bit better. Oh, setup. Oh, I could turn the beeper off. Probably will do that. Does it have Wi-Fi? No, I don't think so. Where's the back? Just home? Yeah, home. So yeah, gonna wake up a little bit. Gonna do this video. This time I'm gonna plug in my microphone. Let me show you the lav mic I ordered. Let me bring my coffee too. My nose is running, I better catch it. Let's see. This one, oh, it went up in price. Let me see how much I paid for it. I think I paid $110. Who's Bearded Tinker? All these people I don't know. So this literally just climbed up in price. This was $145 and $30 off, so I got it for $110 plus tax. That's crazy. So it came up to about 130 bucks. Oh no, wait, this one's different. This one has two like lav mics. Oh, this one's what I bought. 145 minus 30. Yeah, this one has extra plug-in mics. I don't need those because they have microphones on them. One of the home automation channels, 34,000 subscribers. Nice. So yeah, got this one. It should work for what I need. It can connect to my camera. There's the camera proof right there. I do, Franco, when you self-host. If you have to subscribe to a website to do it, I don't trust it. But if you're hosting it in your own house with open source tools, I think it's totally fine. Oh look, this is recommending another Maker's podcast appearance. Does this have 3.4 million views because she's about to wear a see-through shirt? Oh, YouTube. Shouldn't it all be local control? Oh, and by the way, people got mad. People got upset at the screwdriver video. A whole bunch of people. Don't want to call out anybody in particular, but someone started slinging insults. Absolutely crazy. So it's at 1.3K views at the moment. There's no revenue yet. There we go. There it is. Tell you what she's wearing. Wow. So there, and let's see if we can get to the thumbnail test. 38% for this one here. So the one where it's more laid out and the text one are doing the better ones. So let's see. Let's check the comments. Yeah, see someone agreeing with me. Stop obsessing. I mean, I'm here because I'm sharing my my understandings, but whatever. Let's see about the held for review. Nothing. There we go. Whatever. I love that you're just add a red circle and arrow. No, actually it doesn't. Check out LTT has a new video. Oh, no, we're not going here. LTT has a new video. This one here. I'll link it. Share. So they talk about the about thumbnails and stuff and what works and what doesn't, and about the thumbnail testing. So have a look. And now my whole feed. Oh look, this one only has 605,000 views. And look at the thumbnail. Oh, YouTube. This is what I'm interested in. This is Professor Boots. This is what I was printing. Let's see, let's see. It's not intended for sexual gratification. It only has like a couple of minutes. Oh my God. It is exactly what you would expect. Demonetized. Thankfully, I'm not monetized on this channel. That is funny. So yeah, just a few more minutes of this so I can drink my coffee and then we can get going. So let me see why printables is so great, because I don't see it. So what if I want to check what everyone's been printing? No, trending, okay. Some snap buckles. Fidget gear ring. I mean, this is kind of like uninspiring stuff at the moment. Let's check that. Let's compare that with Thingiverse. If we just go Thingiverse. I mean, this is more, this definitely appeals to me more. Spray booth, rubber band boat. I feel like this is more me than this. Although clamp on vise is pretty nice. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Sensitive drill press. Weight of the concrete. I guess he filled the base with concrete. I want to make a freaking Milo. It's so expensive. Yeah, that's not what I want. Show me the freaking this guy. It's gonna be insanely expensive. There we go, Sparta 3D. Oh yeah, shop now. Ugh. No, it's $2,000. Let's see about just the mechanical kit. $1,500. My God. Why? Why are you so expensive? I feel like I can get 220 down in my basement here. Because I have a stove right above, not directly above, but close to the workshop. And that means that I can probably add a box there and run 220 to my workshop. I just won't be able to use the stove at the same time. Man, is that something AliExpress has yet? Milo Mill. No. They have no idea. How about the Dragon Burner? Voron. No, Stealth Burner. No, I don't see the Dragon Burner. The Dragon Burner is an upgraded hot end tool head mount for the V0. I need to get to tuning my V0 so that we can do ABS. So this won't be this year, that's for sure. Guaranteed not this year. Maybe next year. Unless a sponsor wants to send me one. Ooh, I have a dentist appointment coming up. That's gonna be pretty crappy. So yeah, this thing is epic. Love one of these. I feel like I could build my way to some, but this has the plate full metal jacket. STL files. Lots of things to print. Anyways, we're focusing on one thing at a time. We're gonna do the excavator first. Probably going to make that into a PCBWay project. Speaking of PCBWay, I also need to do my billing for PCBWay. I am a couple months behind. Got to recover that camera money. I won't recover all of it, but I'll put a dent in it for sure. All right, so let's start gathering what I need to know about the Unity power supply. I'm gonna write stuff down. Okay, Unitrendus power supplies. She does wear that see-through top, and that's why she has 128k subs. Nice. I mean, good for her. I don't have any issue with that. In fact, in Ontario, at the moment, you, as a woman, you have the right to walk around topless. It was ruled a equal rights, because men can walk topless, can be topless in public, and then so can women. In my 30 whatever years on this earth, never seen any woman actually be topless in public, but they're legal. They can. UDP 3305S. All right, let's get the top specs. There's a link to what? Oh, to the woman? I mean, go nuts, man. I'm not gonna, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm very sex positive. Like, you do you, man. 722 Canadian. How much is that in America? Because most of my viewers are American. How do I switch to America currency? I don't see a switch. Okay, do I have to go? How do I? I can't switch it. There's nothing in the URL either, because this is the US site, Unitrend US. How do I convert this to American? Because if I do just a straight currency conversion, it might not be the right thing. Yeah, I mean, I understand why women wouldn't want to, because to USD, oops, USD. So there's no way this is a 527.37, right? Hang on, let's see. The equipment. $3305S. That's 520 American. $519 USD. Yeah, so I do understand why women wouldn't want to. I have worked. It's available on Amazon? I have worked with men that would say horrible things that makes me feel unsafe. Yeah, 520. Makes me feel unsafe for women. So I don't blame them. I do not blame them at all. Also, I have some education. I have 5 years. I'm 5 credits short of a criminology degree, essentially. However, I quit because I started teaching. So I call this, it says it's a 4-channel. This is, in my opinion, this is a 3-channel. Okay, so 1 and 2. 0 to 30 volts. 0 to 5 amps. And channel 3, 0 to 6 volts. 0 to 3 amps. And channel 4, 5 volts, 2 amps. So max power is 328 watts. And they say under 0.03% plus minus 10 millivolts, and under 0.2% plus, I'm assuming they mean plus minus 5 milliamps. There we go. All right, that's good. 5-year warranty. There we go. So it's nice that they have an Amazon store, because that makes it much easier to link to. Instruments, DC power supply. Oh, here, there's the list, yeah. So some of these are really affordable. Like this one here, 300 US, 229. Just the big boy. Oh yeah, how much does it weigh? I wanted to check, because this thing is nuts. Let's go description. DC power supply. Yeah, there's like the, there we go, specs. Program, that's programmable. Wait, I got more weight. It was 10.2 kilos, right? Also want to find the spec sheet. There have been scummy men out there. Just think if it was normalized. Yeah, for sure. So already Europe is more open with sexuality than North America is. I don't know about England specifically, but I know like France has nudity in advertisements, and the whole world didn't fall apart. You know what I mean? Which one is the power supply? No, not this one. I'm just looking for the documentation, because I think there's a sheet. That's the scope. This must be this big boy. Must be it. They did ask me to mention the fact that it comes with traceable certifications. I just am looking for that now. Where did I put it? That's the Evil Mad Scientist, which went ahead and stopped existing once I made a video on them. That was great. Let's see here. Sorry about this boring stuff, folks. Oh. Zero plus. That is not it. So is it a bad sign when the traceability certificate isn't traceable once it gets to my workshop? That is pretty bad on my part. Where would it have gone? Why do I have Okay, I've got some paperwork that belongs to Varro down here. That's not good. Check from Google for AdSense. That's not what I'm looking for. Huh. So the thing is, I would have put that sheet somewhere I can find it because I knew I was going to use it in the video. Yet, it's not here. I don't think it's illegal here, but it's frowned upon. It's too bloody cold for most of the time. 15°C in summer, yeah, that's a little bit chilly. For sure. That's nice. Oscilloscope. Hard to like move around in my shop without smashing into anything. This can go over there. PCBWay invoice. Well, this is another part of what makes making videos a little difficult, is that if you've got so much crap that you can't stay organized, it makes everything much, much harder. Which, by the way, I haven't even shot the thumbnail for the Fluke video, so that's going to be fun once I actually do get it done. There's a bunch of Unity documentation here. Why don't I have the traceability sheet? Oh my God, you guys. What am I doing with my life? I have like a place I put documents, and it's not there. Oh my God. I don't think Unity will speak to me ever again. I found Keysight documentation. Maybe in here, no, not in there. Well, I guess people will just have to... Oh, what's this? Oh no, that's Keysight again. Well, that's not good. Current clamp. Might be right back sign. I went to see a friend of mine yesterday because he was giving away some car parts to me. And he said he has to clean his garage because it feels like a bomb went off. And that's my life. Okay, I've got one more pile to look at, and then we're gonna go no matter what. There is quite a bit of documentation here. What's this? Oh. Some Unity documentation. Oh, that is not for on-camera site. Another Amazon bill. I think it's just gone. The Fluke vid was ages ago. Yeah, I know. Fuck me, right? I'm way behind everything. I don't even have a guest for the podcast recording that I need to do today or tomorrow, by the way. So it's going to probably be another solo pod because I didn't reach out to anybody. I have a couple people like on the go, but nobody that I've, settled a date with. So there we go. Do you guys like the camera angle, by the way, so you can see the Chungus power supply? All right, we're going without the certificate. Unity's already not going to talk to me again, so it is what it is. Let's go live view. How's the battery life looking? Looking okay. Shove the tripod over a little bit so we get a straight on view. Like so. It's a good angle, you can see it okay. Yeah, it's not like fantastic, but any lower and you'd be in the view of the camera already too. You can see my second monitor is there, and there's your chat right there. Oh, maybe I should hook up my mic. How's that? How would that be? Okay, one coffee done. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a second coffee so I get some time to mentally get ready for what's ahead. Yeah, no. Fucking shit, everything's falling. Avalanche. I really need to take some time to clean up this mess. Okay, so this, I'm going to turn that off. Yeah, time for a cup of tea, govna. So I'll be right back. And I'm back. By the way, if the mic cuts out, just spam the chat because the I left the mic pack on all night, and so yeah. So when I was setting this up, a screw fell from your mount, and I'm starting to think it came from inside there. I don't know where it went. Is it this? Let me see. Oh. Give me a second, gotta answer a text. All right, so I'm working 2 days this week. That's good. I have Wednesday off. No, not yet. So here is my microphone. Oh, sorry, I bumped you guys. So this is the brand here. Purple Panda. I got this at a insane discount back in the day. So let me see here. If I plug this in, God, I can't see anything. Headphones, mic. Microphone, right there. HDMI and USB. Oh yeah, the USB charges the battery. So, yeah, this is just a little simple lav mic with a little clip, and then I've got a dead cat on it for wind resistance. And typically, I'll run that, about 12 inches from where I'm standing, just up on the camera stand up there. But now the goal is I'm just going to clip it onto me, and hopefully I get a little bit better audio. Okay, let me put a screw into the thingy. I can't see if it actually needs a screw, but do it anyway. Is it a number 2? Don't need the shaft extender. Yes, it is a number 2. Because I feel like if the camera stand gets loose, it is gonna fall. Looks like the threads are stripped from the factory, so that's nice. That's perfect. Dead cat is called a muff over here. Well, I think it's technically a muff as well. A dead cat would be the bigger ones that go over like the shotgun mics, but whatever. All right, so I'm gonna put this right next to where you guys are. There we go. Hopefully that's any good. Only bad part is now I'm tethered to the camera. Not by a long distance either. Okay, live view. Looks good. You know what? I keep bending over to look at the LCD. I keep forgetting that this LCD tilts. This is why I bought an expensive camera. There we go. Okay, I'm shooting a bit down, but that's okay. All right, let me get my notes. I'm going to put my hands on screen too so I can emote a little bit. There are my notes. I think that looks good. All right, sender. Today we're having a look at the Unity UDP. Oh, damn it, there's like a frickin' bug that flew in front. I'm in the basement here, so I have humidity-related bugs sometimes. And they just need to screw off and not ruin my shot. Named after the hand warmers women had in the... Oh, yeah. The ones they put their... It's like a tube they put their hands through. Okay, well, trying not to let my mic cable make noise too much too. All right. Today we're having a look at the Unity UDP 3305S. So this is a programmable linear power supply which comes with a traceable certificate of accuracy and certification. This unit will run you about 720 Canadian dollars, 519 American dollars, and this specific unit was sent to me for review by Unity, but no money has exchanged hands. Unity calls this a 4-channel unit, but I think I would call it a 3-channel unit. It has 2 main channels, 1, 2, that do 0 to 30 volts, 0 to 5 amps. It has a 3rd channel, which does 0 to 6 volts, 0 to 3 amps. So those are fine. But channel 4 is this USB port, which is 5 volts, 2 amps. And this is more intended to charge your phone or, power boards or something like that. So I would say this is a 3-channel power supply with a bonus USB. Just my opinion. The neat thing is you can adjust the voltage and the current down to the milliamp or the millivolt. It has serializing and parallelizing channels 1 and 2. It has serializing and parallelizing the channels 1 and 2 built into the unit, so you actually don't have to, link this one to this one or whatever. It's done all internally. And it is also programmable. So let's take a quick look here to start with. First of all, the power button is a physical ka-chunk button, which I really love. None of that, soft on, off stuff. And look at the boot up time. It's ready to go. So that is pretty cool. You see the main display here has your 3 channels, channel 1, 2, and 3, very easily accessible. Then to set voltage and current, you just hit this button here, voltage, let's say 12 volts, enter, you're set to 12 volts. Your current, let's say 0.5, enter, and there you go, you're ready to go. What's really cool on top of that is channel 3 has a couple of preset voltages 1.8 volts, 2.5, 3.3, and 5 volts that are just scrollable like this. So you can just quickly choose the voltage you want. These are pretty common voltages, especially if you work with Arduino, and microcontrollers. 5 volts, 3.3, pretty common. And then 2.5, the halfway point, and 1.8. So that's for newer logic circuits. Turning on and off the channels, super easy as well. You get a visual indicator behind the button. And a really cool feature is that if you have multiple rails connected to multiple things on your circuit, you want to power them all up at the same time, you can hit all on or all off. I mean, it just turns on or off. Another cool thing is these little indicator lights. They show you when you're in constant voltage or constant current mode. We're going to explore that a little bit later. We're going to explore those a little bit later on, but I think it's really cool that you get a visual indication of what's going on with your power supply. Don't forget, these power supplies are very, very deep. You probably can't see it in this shop. Hold on, let me get a measurement tool. I don't know where did I put my... okay. 14 inches, there we go. Don't forget, this is a very large unit. This is 14 inches deep. And so this is made to be up on a shelf somewhere while you work on your workbench. This is where this is going after, up there. So having these visual LEDs to be able to see things at a glance is very useful. On top of that, if you're only working with one channel, or you have one channel that's more important than the other ones, you can hit this zoom function and you can see the values right here in big. So not only do you have the LED visual indicator here, you've got the big screen to show you the values, and you've got your constant voltage, constant current light down there. I think that's really well thought out. Okay, I think that's a good start. Thank you for all the messages in chat, Franco. I think I hit pretty much all the things I wanted to check. So that's good. So now we'll get ready and we'll do some accuracy testing. I wish I had a better load. Okay, Bossman is probably texting me. Okay, that's good. That's good. My to-do list is growing. All right, so I will use these two multimeters. You guys should be able to see them too, which is nice. Let's zoom that out a little bit. We're gonna move this. I think I'm gonna bring the camera up and shoot down on them a little bit. There we go. Adjust this, get my power cords, or my whatever, whatchamacall them. I have the OWON XDM 1041 as well. I think I'm going with a bold plan here. My plan is to introduce more and more Unity equipment into my process. I don't know if Unity will be happy about that I'm not using their multimeter to check their power supply. But I mean, I'm choosing to make my video grow in equipment. Hopefully they're not mad. I mean, I know they're already not going to talk to me again, but I just hope they're not upset. They're a great company. I actually really love their stuff. All right, like that. Now, do I have anything better? I can only fit 2 multimeters on screen, really. I think they'll be happy you're doing it. Hey, low blow, man. Really wish I had the XDM 1041 on screen. All right, let's see. Might regret this. I mean, it just cost me a couple zip ties to put it back up. That's not what I'm saying. Get off there. Set of cutters. Don't you guys dare say I don't do anything for you. There we go. Now this cord. Let's see if I can get everything in shot. Not really. Just barely get it in shot. Need to probably wipe all the shit off of this. It's just literally been sitting. I love this multimeter, the XDM 1041, because it's always plugged in. It's just here. It's on the bench. I don't lose it. Okay. So let's add one more set of leads. Like so. And like so. I'll have to wait a little bit. Vero's gonna make a smoothie, so I'll give her a few moments. We can do some pre-testing. I heard her set up the blender. All right, so I'm just gonna let this go to sleep for a moment. So that's good. And then we'll set this to volts. And I'll set this to volts. And then let's see voltage. Let's go 1.5, enter, and then on. Let's see what we get. Pretty neat. You guys see that? Can you guys hear the blender? Don't record yet. Oh, there. My God. I didn't see chat. I didn't look at chat. I heard you, Vero. That's why I paused. So we're just testing here anyways. So 1.4990 on that one. And then voltage. Let's go 2.5, enter. $2.4970 on the XDM. And then we got 2.500. This is kind of 2.500, 2.502. The Kai Wheats is rating a little bit high. And then if we go 5 volts. So XDM is showing 4.9948, Fluke 5.001, 5.006, and 5.003 on here. All three are only slightly different, yeah. For sure. Maybe I can change the speed to medium. There we go. And then we'll go voltage, 10 volts. So yeah, the XDM is reading low on everything. This is 10.005. Then you got a little bit low there, and then 10 equal 10.01. You can hear the blender? Yeah. That's Vero. Always blending stuff. When I took my last coffee break, I took out the trash too because it was getting freaking a little bit ripe. I don't know. Do you guys have garbage pickup every week? Because ours a couple of years ago went to every 2 weeks, and that's such a pain in the butt. You can't even like bring things to the dump because you have to pay. So I'm glad Furrow is in a garbage-free kitchen. And we can't leave trash outside like in bins because raccoons will destroy your bin, or bears. Uh, 3 hours sleep. That's good. An improvement is always good. Let's go voltage. 15 volts. I mean, they're so close. That's 20 millivolts out up here. This one's 7 high. This one is just fluctuating. All right, voltage, let's go full 30. So 29.959. Weekly pickup my area, some places every 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks sucks. I hate it. So that's a 30, and then if we go series, and we move this over here, and then we turn on the output. Oh, it was already set to 60 volts, so there we go. There's the 60 volt set. That's a lot of volts. I should be able to feel a tingle, right, at 60 volts. All done with the blender? Awesome. I'll wait till you do the dishes too. It's only a couple minutes. Yeah, 60 volts should be a little bit of a... No, I don't feel anything. Maybe I should set a current limit. Current limit 0.1. I don't feel any electricity flowing at 60 volts. And oh, it does. Oh, it's feeling a bit weird now. But nothing is flowing. I can see no current draw. So what I'll do with these 3 multimeters is I'll tease the upcoming multimeter review. I should probably get the model number off that multimeter. A second. It is the UT8805E. All right, looks like Vro's pretty much done. All right, so we're gonna unserial this. Pop this over like so. I did some yard work yesterday. Oh, your back is iffy. That's not good. Stiff is okay. Iffy is not okay. All right, voltage 1.5. There we go. All right, let's see what we get here. Still centered, yeah. All right, so they claim got myself set up for a little bit of a my setup for checking the accuracy of this power supply is not quite the way you should do it in a professional setting, but you know, they didn't send it to a professional setting, they sent it to me. So what I have is a couple of the multimeters I love the most, which is the Kaiweets HT118A and the Fluke 179. This one's sent to me by Kaiweets, this one's sent to me by a viewer. I also have this OWON XDM 1041. This is my go-to multimeter when I can't find these because it's always bolted to my bench up there. And I have these all set up in parallel, so we'll be able to compare the readings of all of these with this one here. Now, why don't I use a more accurate multimeter? Well, that's because I don't have a more accurate multimeter in my setup yet, until we take a look at the Unity UT8805E that was sent to me for review. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have more digits and more accuracy on top of that when I review that multimeter. But for now, averaging out all these numbers should get us in the ballpark of the accuracy figure. Now, Unity claims on the voltage range it's underneath 0.03% plus 10 millivolts. And on the current, underneath 0.2% plus 5 milliamps. So we should be able to see if it at least respects that, because I think 10 milliamps is, because I think 10 millivolts is a lot of millivolts. So I don't think we're going to see that much deflection. By the way, the total output for this thing is 328 watts. That's if you turn all the channels on at their max. I already have 1.5 volts in here, so let's turn it on and see what happens. So the display reads 1.502 volts, and we can tune that up or down using this rotary dial, but I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to set it to a certain voltage and let it go. And don't forget, all of these tests are done unloaded. The 10 meg ohm internal resistors in these parallel together is not enough to pull any real current, so don't worry about that. So as you can see, 1.502 is pretty much exactly what the Kaiweets is saying. The Fluke is reading 1 millivolt. The Fluke is reading 1 millivolt lower, and the XDM 1041 is reading 12 millivolts lower. Let's go up a little bit. Voltage. Let's go 2.5. Oops, maximum. I think I missed a period there. So 2.5. There we go. So here we go. Kaiweets is showing 2.502, 2.500 on the Fluke, and the OWON is showing 2.4970, and the display here is 2.5, almost exactly, plus or minus 1 millivolt. So it's looking really good so far. Here we go. We're going to hit the voltage, go up to 5. Look how fast it is to change the voltage on this. It's great. So 6 millivolts over there, 1 to 2 millivolts over there, 10 to 12 millivolts under here, and 3 millivolts over there. Let's go voltage 15 volts. So we got 15.01, 15.01, 14.980. I'm starting to conclude that this 01 reads low in general. And then we've got 15.07 on the display here. Again, unloaded. Let's go up to the maximum single channel voltage, 30 volts. And here we go. 30.03, 30.01, 30.012. Interesting, the 12 millivolts. This display might be outside of their rated spec. However, the display has a different specification, if I remember correctly, than the actual output voltage. And we've got 29.960 on the 01. So now we can't go any further, right? Wrong. If you just hit the series button, you get a completely different display here. So you see now it's in series. We just have to move this cable over to the series connection over here. And everything is done internally. So now all we have to do is set a new voltage. So voltage, let's go 50 volts, and then turn on the output and see both lights turn on because it's a series output. And we got 50.003 there, 50.04 there, 50.01 there, and 49.922 on the 01. Now you see how those extra digits really do matter? Just you wait till we check out the Unity multimeter. It's going to be impressive. And let's go up to 60 volts. That's the maximum output you can get from this power supply. And here we go, 60.05, 60.01, and 59.91. This is just up in the range where we're missing that last digit. In fact, I think we could push this a little further because it has a voltage limit of 66. So let's try that. Let's just see if it'll work for us. And it does, so there we go. 66.0, 66.0, 65.9, and we got 66.006. So I would say this thing is pretty darn... So I would say that this thing is pretty darn accurate, at least for the girl I go out with. So that works perfectly for me. When I am better set up to check true accuracy, I will give that a run too. Wow, that's what timing. I think that's good. Right? I think that's fine. Swimming always helps. Oh. Should be better later today. Aquafit tomorrow. Overall, I got my work schedule. I'm working Thursday, Friday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, so I'm going to set the voltage back down to something reasonable. 30, and then I'll take this out of serial mode. You can turn off the auto shut off somehow. You see that little timer there? See that little thing? I don't know how to do it. Function. Press and hold something. But you can turn that off. I think you have to. There we go. Now it won't shut off. See, there's no more little timer. So you go off, press and hold function and turn on, and then the little timer is gone. I learned this from a Unity temperature probe that I have, the little 2-channel one. Pretty neat. All right, so now we're going to do current, I think. Yes, Wednesday off. Oh shit, I'm still recording. I should stop recording because it's like freaking gigabytes per minute. All right, so let's undo all this. Can turn that off. This 01 now I cut my zip ties. So now I have to re-secure it up there. I've always wanted to make a 3D printed mount for this though, so I guess at some point I'll have to get that done, because I'd love to just like clip it up on top and unclip it. I hope you guys appreciated for the video that I destroyed my mounting solution. Not on the cheap Chinesium one. You know, Franco, I did offer to get you something off Amazon, and you said no. So now you live with it. Ugh. Take this guy out. There we go. This guy out. This guy out. Now I need to secure this O1. So the only shit part really about current testing is that my multimeters only go up to 10 amps. And after that, it's like no more. So you can use a current clamp, but that's going to be less accurate than this even. So then, you know, you have to ask yourself what the point is. Let's see. Put these away. All right, so 12 volts, 24 volt, and then the big boys. So this is why I made these. So these are 48 volt analog loads. And I'll just fill them up with bulbs. And then we can do current testing. I have 2 other meters you prefer to use. Oh, okay. There you go. All right, so only thing is I don't know if I have quite... Let me just unhook from the camera before I get destroyed. Other thing is I'm probably going to swap batteries before we go on. This is all production stuff you guys are getting to see at the moment. Well, you don't really see, I guess. It's a little bit off camera. There we go. New battery swapped in. I feel like if I have a USB-C cord up here, I could probably record infinitely, because between takes the USB-C will charge the battery in the camera, which is a really neat feature. All right, so I might need to make connections here, which is fine, we have time. But I want to demo the parallel connections. So we'll do a demo here on camera too. before we commit to recording. I have one set of connections for this, but I don't know if I'll be able to parallel them. We'll see. In my infinite wisdom, I have made really thick, 12 gauge banana plugs. And these are male plugs. So these are really good, but then I need to connect them to here somehow. I do have a couple of connections that I could use. There we go. All right, so let's start with this. We're gonna do a quick test. So I got these wires here. Okay, where's my... Actually, positive, negative doesn't really matter. Bulbs are not polarized. Move these aside. Okay, so that's half an amp. There's 1 amp. I'm getting no light yet. Oh, getting a little bit. They're glowing. So we're at 13 watts. Here it goes. There's 2 amps. We're at 30 volts now. So, in fact, I'll need both in parallel in order to reach my 5 amp max, and that means I'll need more of these if I want to go higher. Ooh, nice smoke coming out. So we're only at 70 watts. Actually, we won't even get to 5 amps. Not unless we go... Okay, hang on. Left to series, like that. And this is now a 48 volts. So if we go VSET, let's go 50 volts. And then current, let's go 2.5. And then we go on. So there we go. That's 2.5 amps. That's it. 50 volts, we get 3 amps. So I won't even be able to demo my parallel unless I do it at 12 volts. This is 151 watts, by the way. This is hot. Go up. .55 volts, 3.2 amps. We are at 176 watts now. That is very hot. Whew, it stinks. Okay, so essentially, if I want to demo the parallel, I'll have to do it on the 12-volt boards. No choice. And I don't know if I actually built two 12-volt boards. Oh, I did. Neat. Ooh, it stinks. It smells like hot bulbs. So this will be considerably more current. Going to essentially 4x the current. These will have to cool before I transfer them to the 12-volt board. So we'll give this a test run and see how the 12-volt fares. The only problem is these wires are thinner. There's no real winning here unless I make some big chonkers. I can actually do dual. I can run dual wires to this because they have 4 terminals. The freaking little fly flying around again. Okay, so that is in there. Oh. And then this back in there. All right, so let's see. At 30 volts, these will explode, so let's not do that. Voltage, just go 14 volts to exaggerate the current. And the current limit, let's just start at 1 amp. And we'll increase it as we go, so there is on. So at 1 amp, we're getting nothing. 3, 4, oh, no, still 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now they're slowly turning on at 5 amps. So this is when we need the parallel. So we go parallel. And now the parallel output, I believe, yeah, it stays the same. So here, let's go current limit start at 5. And the voltage limit, let's go back to 14. And then contact. Okay, slowly building up at 5. Here, let's go current, set that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 amps. So at 10 amps, we're at like 87 watts. Or we can go 10.4 amps if we really wanted to. So we're at 100 watts. So essentially, I can't really test this. Maybe I need the other one, the 24. I need the 24 volt. So this is why we do testing. So here's one 24 volt. Where's the other one? Oh, here. Okay, so let's try again. Is this still hot? These things are painful to remove because they're like sheet metal. Franco, are you still with us, or are you just looking at the lady with the breasts? Two. I think we lost him, folks. He's gone to subscribe with the lady with the sheer tops channel. And 4. Get in there. What lady with the breasts? The one that you went and investigated. With 3 million views. There we go, like so. Okay, so now at, let's go 14 times 2, it's 28 volts. We can go 30 volts. We can push it to 30 volts. So let's drop the current to 1. I don't have her channel open in another tab. I don't know what I mean, good for her, man. Voltage, let's go 28. Push that a little bit. On. You can go to her channel. I'm not, you know, you can watch this after. Two, 3 amps. There's 4, there's 5 amps. So this will demonstrate perfectly because we can get to 5 amps on in regular. And let's go up. Oh, 6 amps. That is 150 watts now. It's too bright to look at. 7 amps. 8 amps. Okay, so we're not maxing out here. That's perfect. I can do this with just one, and we'll be able to go up pretty high, and then we can introduce a second one and just push this to the maximum output. This is like nearly 200 watts now. This is hot. My wire's getting hot. I mean, they're not cold. All right, so yeah, this will work. We just need to make sure that we can do another of these in parallel. So is her channel just trying on sheer tops, Franco, or does she have like a fashion channel or something? Like, is this a, was that a trial run, or is that the point of her channel? Just curious. That. One more. And there we go. All right, let me just see if I have another 2 sets of wires I can run over on the other side. And then if so, we're going to be good to go. I know I have, yeah, those are banana plug ends. That is no good. Let me check real quick. Hey, Anthony. Thank you for the Happy Canada Day. I get it. I don't blame any individual. You know what I mean? And we have our problems here too. So as long as more people are working to fix the problem than to create the problem, I think everything's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. 19 videos of her just trying on tops. She started 4 weeks ago. I think most of her subs are bots, judging by the comments, saying the same thing. Oh, interesting. Hey, B-dubs. Thanks for the Canada Day wishes. Oh, no, this is the thick one. I mean, I can make wires real quick. I just, you know what, I try to have all these different cables on hand, and I never end up with the right cable when I need it. Can make infinite amount of cables. And I always end up needing to make more. This is insanity, I tell ya. Yeah, I guess I'm making cables real quick. Okay, so let me look for these ends. Oh, I don't feel like crimping cables. Screw it, I'm just gonna strip regular cable. I'm not gonna make ends. Let's see. Grab this guy. Going lazy mode, folks. There we go. I'm just going to pinch that into there. You know, every country has their problems, so don't be too embarrassed. I wouldn't judge any individual person by the actions of their politicians. Now, if there's a politician directly responsible for a policy, and then you go around shouting that you support that politician, well then that's kind of on you, isn't it? Although politics are more nuanced than that too. We certainly have problems. Yeah, every country has problems. And if you believe your country doesn't have problems, then maybe you're part of the problem. Just saying. I know it's self-selecting, but I've never personally encountered an American that I didn't get along with. You know, like obviously I have comment sections, so it's pretty obvious which ones are American and which ones are not. But like personally, in person, in general, very nice people. The wife and I visited New York. New York has a how should I call it? A reputation for being a bunch of rude people, but everyone was super nice to us in New York. Same thing, we went to Las Vegas. Everyone's super nice. Even places like I've stopped gas stations in upstate New York, like rural New York. Everyone's super nice. Airport in Buffalo. Only met one politician you liked. That was on a personal level. As a politician, he was crap. Yeah. Also, like when you're looking, I don't know about any other country. I just know about Canada and the US a little bit. But sometimes you have to realize that you're picking the least worst candidate. You know what I mean? Not necessarily the best, the least worst. All right, anyways, 5 amps. Let's give this a go. Okay, we get nothing at 5 amps. That's pretty obvious. Oh, actually, no, we got a little bit of glow. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. We're maxing out the current output now. We have fewer watts, though, because we're voltage limited. So let me go up Yeah, because it's 17 volts. Yeah, so, yeah, we're in constant current. So we don't have much of a choice. But I am pulling 10 amps out of these banana jacks, which is nice. Let's go the full 10.4. 3, 4. 10.4 amps. That is, so right now we're outputting 200 watts at 18.6 volts. Vero would love this, by the way. She would warm her hands. She would love it. All right, so this is how I'm going. This is going to be the, I'm using the 24 volt load that I made. But this was the point, right? To be able to load the shit out of this power supply, or any power supply. And I'll love it because it'll show both. Oh yeah, it's pretty warm outside, Vero. When I put out the garbage this morning, I found it was quite warm. Oh, the fan is ramped up. That is neat. All right, so we're going to take it out of parallel. And we're going to set the voltage voltage to 28 volts. We're going to set the current limit to 1 amp. There we go. And now I should just clip on my microphone and I should be ready to go. But this is the load testing. I'm so happy I made this, because now I can do load testing of pretty much any power supply, which is nice. All right, so I'm going to drop this down like so. I'm going to go live view. Oh, live view, I said. I'm going to zoom in a touch. Maybe I'll aim it to the side a little bit. So there we go. All right, I'm going to clip on my little microphone. Drop to 9C outside. 9 is chilly. Vero would not be happy. Are you trying to convince Vero never to go back to England? Because it's going to be working. What part of England are you in? All right, here it goes. To test the current capabilities of the UDP3305S, I've got here my little power supply testing load, which I built. Link in the description if you want to see the video for that one. And so this one here is the 24 volt version. So I have the voltage set to 28 volts, which is, you know, these things should be tolerant to 14 volts a pop. So 28 volts, and we got a 1 amp current limit. So let's turn on the output. And so at the moment, we've got the current limit at 1 amp, and I'll just go, you can see the 1 is highlighted here, and I'll just roll this up 2 amps, 3 amps, 4 amps. Here it goes. So we're at 43 watts now at 11 volts. Now you'll see the voltage climb up, and that has nothing to do with the power supply. It's just that these bulbs increase their resistance as they warm up. So that's totally normal. And then 5 amps, and that is our channel limit. So we can't go above the 5 amps that we need to power these things and get them to light super bright to their max. So what are we going to do? Well, that's actually pretty simple. You just hit this parallel button, And now this channel comes in parallel with channel 2. And then here we got our 28 volts. Let's just do a little bit of current limit here. We're going to start back up at 5 amps. And I'm going to move to highlight little 5. I'm going to turn this on. And here we go. This is back where we started. And now we can roll up the current. There's 6 amps. Now this is going to be swamped a little bit, so I'm going to move this off camera. So now we've got 144 watts, but we are hitting 24 volts. We're almost there. I'm going to go up another amp. So here we go. So now we got an amp limit of 7 amps, but we hit our 28 volts, so we are steady now at 6.5 amps. But that is only with one of these devices. We can try to pull the full 10 amps if we plug another one in. So let's do that. Frickin' blinding. All right, let's turn that off and I'll screw this thing in. West Yorkshire in the north. The north remembers. This is hot. (63F) 17.2 right now. Been as high as 98 Fahrenheit. 98 is high. We were up that high a little bit ago, and then we dropped down really low. Vero was not happy. Stuff's making ticking noise over on the side, but it's because stuff is falling over, avalanching. By the way, I want to thank everyone for watching the LTT screwdriver video. It was just a camera test, but it's got 1.3K views, which is very high for my channel these days. All right, so let's set this back down to 5. Does Zoom work on this too? Yeah. All right, got them both set up now, and I completely forgot to use the zoom to show you, so there we go. There's the 5 amp limit, and I'm highlighted little 5, so I'll get to move it up, and then I'm going to turn this on. There we go. So at 5 amps, they're going to slowly glow. You can see that, but let's crank it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 amps. And so there you can see our max voltage is 17 because we're in constant current mode with the little red LED lit up there. Actually, it works for both channels, which is pretty neat. And we can actually crank the current up just a little bit to 10.4 amps. That's our max here. 3, 4. There we go. So we're pulling a total of 200 watts out of this channel. Now, if we had a load that can go up to 30 volts, then you get the 300 watts out of this. But so far, this is the best sort of load that I can come up with to test these power supplies. But as you can see, it is pulling out the 10 amps on a single parallel channel, no problem. Don't forget, we still have some current we could pull from channel 3 if we really wanted to. That's freaking bright, making a lot of heat too. Well, there we go. Like, that's well done. Like, we can actually, yeah, I can actually test things. Isn't that great? So this channel 1 can zoom out. There we go. I love it. This is great. I love this tool. I'm just stretching here. I'm gonna be a little scared when I put it up there, and then it's gonna have to, you know, the whole weight is going to have to be supported by my workbench here. Weighs an absolute ton. Such a freaking chunky tool. So what else should I show? Like, I did voltage accuracy. I checked the series connection, the parallel connection. I guess like there's like a waveform you can use, you know, on, off. Shows you that's current, that's voltage. It's not super fancy. So volt, amps, and watts. I guess I can show that. Channel 1 and 2 turn off. So I guess if I turn on 2, there's the volts. So I guess that's pretty neat. If I go back home, there we go. Oh, turn off the output. Okay, didn't miss anything. While I have a load still plugged in, I want to show you another cool feature. Is you can have the waveform readouts. You can see I was just playing with this off camera. So if I turn on channel 1, and you can see here, there's the current for channel 1, the voltage for channel 1, and the wattage, the power for channel 1. And then if I turn on channel 2, there you go, channel 2 shows up here too. There's the voltage, current, and watts, and same thing for channel 3. So you can actually have all 3 channels shown up on this pretty neat little graph here. And it's actually quite responsive. You can clearly see the changes in voltage there. So that's pretty neat. Same thing with the current, drop current. So it's pretty good. It's really nice having this big giant screen to do that. Back home. How pure is the output? Oh, yeah. No, it's check current accuracy. I could do that. I feel like I want to do that with the other thingy, but I can do it. Okay, so let's all off. So I'm not going to bring in like 1,000 multimeters though. I'm going to use the XDM because it has more counts. Can I fit that on screen? Oh, don't burn the cord. I'm going to do low side verification. Let's go in here, and then need one wire out. Like so. Out, and then to there. So what does that give us? Let's go current, and then if we turn it on, wow, that's pretty close. It's 5.001 amps, and this is showing 4.9962. Let me just zoom out a little bit. The XDM is crooked. I think it's just going to have to be crooked. And I'll zoom that in. There we go. Let's do a quick current verification check. I decided to only use one multimeter, and that's the one with the highest amount of counts, except for the Unity 1. Let me just restart. Oh no, I'm not clipped in. Shit. Hang on. The audio from the waveform thing is not good. Okay, I'll demo the waveform after. Decided to do a quick current accuracy check here while my load is connected. So I have the XDM 1041. It has the most amount of counts, and that's why I want to use it. And this is set to a current limit of 5 amps. So let's see what that gives. Turn it on. And that shows 5.001. And here we have 4.9968. But if you remember, it's a little bit, it did read a little bit low on the voltage measurements. So I think this is pretty damn close. So let's start rolling down the current and see what we get. So let's go 4.5. And there, pretty much 4.5. Looks like the same offset here too. And let's go down to 4 amps. So it's 4.001. And you got 3.9970. And let's roll that down all the way down to 2.5. It's looking pretty good. Looking a little closer now. But yeah, 2.5 on the dot. And let's drop this down to something really low, like 0.5 amp. And here we go. 0.5 amp on here. Let's see how low we can actually go. So here is 100 milliamps, and this is actually showing 100.5 milliamps. And we'll go even lower. 50 milliamps. Oh, that's pretty damn close. 10 milliamps. Can it read it? Look at that. It's doing a really good job. Even though the voltage is tiny. So yeah, clearly, clearly this is pretty good. There we go. We've got 4 microamps of difference. That's pretty nice. And 1 milliamp. So we got 1.5 milliamps on this one. Pretty much as good as I can test it until I get the 8805 set up. Just the camera up. Oh yeah. This, my expensive camera is sitting right there. This is the webcam that you guys usually look through. It's just I thought you guys might want to see a little bit better. That's pretty crazy though. It's pretty nice. Let's go current 2 amps. There we go. And I'll show them the waveform display as well. Let's turn off the output. Take this, put it over here, so I don't have any sort of cables in the way. Zoom in a little. Here we go. Another cool feature about having this giant display here is that there's a waveform button, and you can actually see the historical waveform. So let's say you have a device that pulls intermittent current. Well, you'll be able to see that here. And on top of that, you get your voltage, your current, and your power. And it shows all 3 of the channels at the same time as well in different colors. So this is really easy to resolve. And on top of that, if you switch your channel, you switch which one is shown here on the side. So you get a lot of information at a quick glance. All right, what else? That's good. Need to, I mean, you don't need to figure out what else. Like, this could be the end. But it's, like, is there anything else I need to cover? I know it is, like, it's a programmable power supply, but I feel like the programming modes is that's kind of a big deal. Like, let's see, list delayer. So you can, yeah, you can set up stuff, basic, group cycles, end state. I guess I should at least show that you can. Cycles, end state, go back. Is there there's no back button. End state, end state. Yeah, so start number, can change that. Groups, I'm not sure what groups are. Go back here. It's pretty fancy. Yeah, hit likes, please. By the way, I need to check my, I don't know if my LTT video got more stuff. Let me see here. Answering some emails real quick. What did I want to check? Oh yeah, LTT video. No, it seems to have died off. Let's go back home. Zoom off. There's something making a high-pitched whining noise. And it's not this. It's interesting. Just answering a text here. There we go. All right. Yeah, where was I? Yeah. So I guess I could show that. So I did show these two. So I showed these three buttons. I don't know what storage is. Let's go utility, monitor. Yeah, these are for the outputs. That is just a ridiculous amount of stuff. Let me go back home. Trigger. Pretty ridiculous stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this thing. I'll have to talk about them in the review. All right, I just need to step away for a moment. Got errands to run and work to do. Oh, did you go fishing? Oh wow, might have to end the stream. I don't know if you can hear that noise. It was coming from my mic pack. Let me turn off the mic pack and back on and see if it makes noise. Yeah, I think it's not happy about the state of charge. This is getting low because of I left it plugged in yesterday. Let me, you know what? I'll step away for a moment. While I step away, I will charge the battery and hopefully it'll be fixed by the time I get back. So, be right back. And I'm back. Yeah, so it seems to be good. It only put like 23 milliamp hours back in, but I guess that was enough. So probably, I do have another, actually I have another battery. Hold on, let me plug in the other battery and charge that one. And then if I need to swap batteries, I'll swap batteries. Okay, so I guess I can do a little bit of stuff here. Oh, okay, it's not recording. Good. All right, so if I go home, this power supply also has tons of features that are just, they can't be part of this review. No, I need to restart. This power supply also has tons of features that just can't be part of this first look because they are very complicated and aimed at professionals. So for example, if I go to this list delayer, you can actually set up a situation where the power supply does all sorts of things for a specified amount. You know, it powers up for a specified amount of volts with a specified current limit for a, you know, specified amount of time, and you actually get to the point where you can have 247 of these steps, and you can choose the amount of cycles, and it's ridiculous the amount of stuff this thing can do. In fact, if you go and download the user manual, you'll see it's huge, lots of detail in there. Also, I believe on this storage section, you can save waveforms and parameters and stuff like that. And on top of that, there's this utility menu, which you can deal with, you know, monitoring, which will, I believe, now it's been a little bit since I've read the manual, but I believe that you can set outputs on the back, because there is I/O on the rear of the device to go high or low or make a beeper or whatever. You can also have triggers, you know, look for a falling edge or a rising edge or all sorts of things. You can record data, you know, data recorder, and it'll tell you where it's saving it to. You can do all sorts of things, and you know, there's even because there's a Ethernet port on the back, you can control this via your network, which is pretty insane to think about. I'm just going to go ahead and change the beeper to off because I prefer no beeper. So yeah, this thing is pretty much for anything you could use a power supply for. This thing has the features. If you don't need all these features, I mean, I was looking on their Amazon.com store, and even the slightly lower end ones, they do all of what I need for my use, and they're actually they're all a reasonable price. I think $500 US is a pretty good deal for a device like this. I believe they have a 3-year warranty, but with a warranty extension on their website. So it's like pretty much everything you would need in a power supply, and on top of that, it is linear. So when we get the oscilloscope set up and taking a first look, we're actually going to be able to take a look at what the output voltage looks like. At the moment here, we can do quick checks, but it's not quite the same as putting an oscilloscope on it. And so I guess that's it for this first look. This power supply pretty much will cover every single one of your needs. The price is incredibly competitive. I would say if you're in the market for a programmable power supply, I don't know if you can actually beat the price of this unit. Unity also offers the calibration certificate with traceability, so you can be sure that the unit is up to snuff. They have a really good warranty, and they have a US presence, so you don't have to send everything back to China for warranty, for example. So you probably don't have to communicate with China for your warranty stuff. Let me know what kind of tests you want me to do for the full review down in the comments below. And let me know if a power supply like this would be useful for your daily use. Thanks for watching. There we go. I think I covered pretty much everything. Let's see if I can... I want to get some footage of the backside of this. I didn't necessarily want to move it for the framing, but I'll can insert. Oh my God. Oh, turn it off. The one you can't trace down. I don't know what that means. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. On the back of the unit, we see that it uses a standard IEC connector with a fuse built in. It's got the multiple voltage selection over here. RS-232 digital I/O. Both these things are for the programmable functions on the power supply. It's got a USB host and a USB... What's the opposite of host? It has USB host, and it can also be a USB device. That's why you got the two USBs here. The big USB-B printer port. I wish this was USB-C so that we can use 90-degree angled cables and they can go either up or down, but B is pretty good. And it's got LAN, so you can do LAN control as well. It also has a cooling fan, which is incredibly silent unless you load the bejesus out of it, and then it starts, you know, spinning up a little bit. But I found this to be a pretty quiet solution compared to a lot of stuff I've seen before, and it's got a ground lug here. Oh my God, this thing is huge. Make sure you have plenty of depth. Let me try that again. Make sure you have plenty of depth on your shelf because this thing is 14 inches deep. It does have these ruggedized bumpers all over, so I think you can move this around without any problems, but the thing is, it is huge and heavy. 10.2 kilos, 22.5 pounds, something like that. So this is not something that you'll want to use on the road, but these ruggedized bumpers seem to say that you can move it from place to place pretty easily. And on the top of the unit, we've got a carrying, let's try that again. And on top of the unit, we've got this carrying handle, and they are putting a lot of faith into these screws to carry this massive bulk around. But so far, so good. There we go. I think we're good. This thing is absolutely huge. Oh no, I did all that without the mic clipped in. Oh my god, fuck me. God damn it. I hate this. So oh, I hate it. Great. Be a creator, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Okay, so everything I did when I came back. So that's the outro. That is all the programming interfaces. I am not happy. I'm really not happy. Well, I gotta do it. So let me check here. Yeah, all the programming stuff. Dub the audio. Yeah, it just sounds way different. Yep. Clipping on my mic. And on the top, you've got the carrying handle, and they're putting a lot of faith into these two screws to hold this bulk up. However, so far so good. Seems very solid to me. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, this thing is heavy. And my mic pack is starting to make noise again. Hang on, let's see if I can do something about that. It'll be tethered to two places. So I'm just gonna plug in the USB and it should charge at 1 amp. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna swap the battery over. Here, you can hear it. Way better. No noise. Should have just swapped the battery from the get-go. And make sure you've got a darn good shelf because this thing is heavy and it's 14 inches deep. So you need a lot of space for this thing, but I think it's worth it. thing's so heavy. In the rear, really happy, it uses a standard IEC connector with a fused input. It also has selectable voltages, which is nice. When it came delivered, it was actually selected to the correct voltage for here in Canada, which was good. Has RS-232, standard for pretty much all test gear, but also has these digital I/O ports, which are for the programmable nature of this device. It has a LAN port because there is software you can use to control this thing over your network. And there's two USB ports because one is a USB device and one is a USB host. So that's pretty interesting that this works as a host or as a device. Also has a cooling fan, which is quite quiet until you load the snot out of it, and then it starts making a little bit of noise. But honestly, it's very quiet compared to a lot of test gear that I've seen before, and certainly more quiet than the AC to DC power supply I use to power my read-ins. So this thing shouldn't be a problem even in quiet environments. Okay, that's good. And now the programming stuff and the outro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Probably should plug in the IEC. Oh my God, this thing weighs a ton. And this, you have to push the handle down or else it makes a snap noise like that when it comes down. Okay, so let's kind of center up my shot here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I have to say this camera is, the usability is quite good. All right, turn that bitch on. Where'd my phone go? I think I left my phone upstairs. Hang on. I'm gonna put this here so it's in the shot so that I don't forget it. Okay, where's my phone? Lose my head if it wasn't attached. There we go. We're gonna have fighter jets flying overhead a little bit later on because it's Canada Day. Alrighty then. Just looking at my mixer. Just wondering if I should send the mic output, like, because I'm going to have those lav mics, right? So if I send the mic output to the mixer and then the mixer out to the camera. Hang on a sec, just going to check something real quick. I would need another channel on my mixer. No, that is single output. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't think. I'm not buying a another mixer channel just for that. That would be nonsensical. because my mixer is a 10 channel, but only 2 channels have all the effects. Hey B-dubs, welcome back. Sorry you couldn't sleep. Did I keep you up? All right, so reclipping. I'm definitely not buying another mixer. I've bought so much gear. Let me finish this, and while we transfer files, we can look at mixers. All right. This power supply also has a ton of stuff which is beyond the purview of this first look video. For example, if I click this list delayer button, you can program in a whole bunch of situations where you can control the volts, the maximum voltage, the maximum current, and for how long. And you can have this, up to 2047 points of trial things, and you can make it output for however many cycles you want. So if you have a device that needs to survive fluctuating voltages, like let's say an automotive application or even an off-grid application, you can test your device to as much as you want in that. And also you have storage here, and we'll talk about this in a moment because there's an onboard recorder. So if I go to utility here, there is a monitor function that I believe can set up the condition here, and it can output to those digital IOs in the back, which is pretty neat. Also, there is trigger, where you can have this for input, I believe, where you can toggle the output or input depending on what you're sending to this thing. So someone who is at least mildly versed in Arduino, for example, can do remote control of this device, which is very neat as well. Here's the recorder, which can record the waveform. I believe it outputs a CSV table, and it saves it, to the drive storage. And I believe you can move the storage, on and off the USB or access it with the USB on the back, which is also very neat. And then of course you have your setup here. I've turned the beeper off because I prefer the beeper to be off, and I've turned the brightness of the screen way up because I love a very bright screen, and this thing has the ability to go bright, which is very nice. These things though, they take a little bit of know-how to set up. The user manual is actually quite complete, but it is huge. So these are things that I'm going to learn and use in my everyday usage, and then talk about them during the full review. If you guys have something you want to see specifically during the full review to make sure that this unit is right for you, let me know in the comments below or what you'd like to see in the full review. Hey, Franco's the one who investigated it for me. Is that the woman with the sheer top? That was on my YouTube homepage when I wasn't signed in. And she's getting views very quickly. Now Franco's obsessed. He's gonna ask her to marry him. And so that's it for this first look of the Unity UDP 3305S. This thing has exceeded my expectations. This is way more than my skill level would require as far as a power supply. However, the price range is right. So at about $520 US, the amount of programmability and accuracy and channels and the fact that it's a linear supply from a reputable vendor with a traceable certificate, this thing is just incredible value. If you need a programmable power supply and for what you're doing, at least consider the UDP 3305S, because it seems like a fantastic unit, built like a brick dunny and ready to meet your needs. And it seems ready to meet your needs. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because Unity has sent me quite a bit of more. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because Unity sent me quite a bit more test gear to take a look at, and I'll be going through them sequentially. And as I add them to my workflow, you'll see that the testing methods will change and will include them, and that should mean that I can do. And that'll also mean that it'll trickle into my regular video making, increasing the overall quality around here. So thanks again to Unity for sending me this thing for review. I can't wait to use this all the time. And for those of you watching, thanks for being here. There we go. That should just about do it. Now I have the mic clipped on. Oh yes, it sure is. I don't know what that comment was in relation to. All right, so I'm going to be curious to see how much space we've used up. Turn off the live view. Turn off the camera. See how many gigs of footage we took and how many gigs we're going to have to throw out because some idiot didn't clip the mic on. Okay, so that's off, yeah. Let me grab my SD card. Move this over here. And turn this off. There we go. Oh my God, I'm old, guys. All right. So that should come up. Before I send you guys back to here. Okay, so that's okay. You guys can see this screen. So this is all power supply stuff. So this to here, 42.7 gigabytes of footage. About a third of that is going to be thrown out. So since this will take forever to transfer, I will just, actually, do I have enough space? Yeah, I have only 92 gigs left. That's a problem. All right, so folder copy here, rename. What's this thing called again? UDP 3305S. Yeah, well, I put it in the view of the camera and that worked pretty well. All right, so this is going to take like 10 minutes. Okay, let's go back to Amazon. Let's go Amazon.ca. going to go to audio mixer. So what I have is a Behringer. This is actually not too bad. Oh, only two. Okay, yeah, only two mic inputs though. Stereo aux return, main out, yeah. So not this one. I do want a new mixer for the one reason that they have this. They have the compressor built in. So this one here, see, has 4 main channels. When they tell you have arthritis in your spine, then you'll know you're getting old. Finally, recently, I've beaten your butt. Yeah, I don't look forward to getting old, because as a mechanic, I beat the snot out of my body too. Oh, this one has the outputs on the back. Does mine have outputs on the back? Sorry if my mic cuts out. It's because I'm playing with my mixer. No, it does not have outputs on the back. Could get like a cheap mixer, like a no-name brand, but I don't know if a Chinese mixer is the way to go. Yeah, getting old does not seem like all it's cracked up to be. See, these are like Chinesium ones. There's no zoom. I want to see bigger. Okay. So no compressor on this. But they do have the 3 EQs. That's good. I don't know if this is the answer. I don't know if I want a Chinese mixer. I don't know if I trust. You know, I don't know if I trust the audio to a Chinesium mixer. This is still transferring. Yeah, 5 minutes left or so. Okay, let's just search for audio mixer. Again, Chinesium. High, mid, low. Okay, so I like the triple EQ, but no compressor. God. The when they say high sound quality exclamation mark is the first part of their thing. Okay, as soon as you let me know what the mixer is, I'll take a look. I'd love for it to have a compressor built in. See, this is very nice. And the price is right. Like, let's say the 6-channel. That's quite nice because it's got the full channels, but no compressor built in. Look at this thing, freaking 12 channel. Here, let's look at the 8 channel one. It's more likely. Again, no compressor. Is this something you can build yourself? Is an audio mixer, is there such a thing as DIY audio mixer? Okay, so this is just a 2 channel. Is that really it? I was told she said she was impressed. She couldn't understand why I wasn't in a lot of pain. Huh. Well, that's actually really good then. Like, for the circumstance, the fact that you can handle the pain of it. Synth level outputs for the left or in. Yeah, I guess this is all like modular circuits you're gonna have to figure out. Okay, let's check that. You were able to get out of that nice lady's YouTube channel in order to search this? This is not quite what I'm looking for. First of all, not enough inputs. And yeah, it's not quite what I'm looking for. I need at least 3 mic inputs. This one seems to have 2. Let's check what the A is. Doesn't say how many inputs. Oh, here we go. Looks like there's only 1 mic input. Let's check the Pro. This one has 2 mic inputs. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Again, it only has 1 mic. No, I appreciate it. I've got no guidance here. So why do they have two mics if they only have one mic input? Oh, mic 2 is a headphone jack. Ew. Yeah, no. I don't think this is for me. I'd be probably more looking for like a traditional. But unfortunately, you have to pay out the wazoo for this. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Behringer is the only one that has a compressor. No, Peter. I run my podcast mic and my this lav mic through a through a mixer. So, like for example, I can bring up the bass like this, so now I'm way bassy, or I can bring down the bass like this. I don't know if you guys can hear the difference because I don't have monitoring, so I can't hear it in my own stuff. Scruff Dog uses it for his streams and videos. Okay. Let's check this out. Pile. So again, the three band EQ, very important for me. So I like that. But there's no, see, this doesn't have a compressor. Whereas if I check a Behringer one, so just looking at this one, not enough inputs, but oh, this one does not have, this doesn't have the, here, this guy. Look, that one has a compressor right there. So 4 channels of compressor, which is great. I would love that. I can also switch mics. Like here, I'm sitting at my PC, right? Watch this. So here I am on the lav mic. And here I am on the podcast mic. So you probably hear the audio very different now. And I can turn this one down. And here I'm back on the lav mic. So yeah, the only reason I can do that is because I have the mixer in front of me. And the podcast mic does a way better job. So yeah, I would like a Behringer, I guess, mixer. I don't know if there's any near me. Let me check on the used. Nope. Nope. Synthesizer. Eurorack. $320. I can pick one up. It would be X. Here. Behringer X122. This one. This one have compressor, this one has compressor, but look how huge it is. It's a 12 channel. So, all buying options. So they want $500 for it. $550. I could pick it up. This guy's asking $320. Tricky to make it bounce correctly. Need perfectly matching. Yeah, so probably wouldn't be able to do that. Must be some OnlyFans reviews of mixing kit. Oh, I don't really know. Oh, and here someone has the same one for $200. Clean, used my basement studio as a web content developer. All channels input working. No missing button or knobs. Reasonable offers considered. Ooh, I'm gonna hit like on that one because it has a compressor. Okay. Hello. Let's check this other one. Oh, someone's selling very similar one to mine. So they want to trade. Okay, I might look into the $200 one. What's this one? Let me just take a look at this. We are shopping now. So this one's available too. This one's $100. Let's check this one out. Okay, so no, this one does not have compressor. Not interested. Yeah, maybe I'll take a look at the other one. AliExpress DJ. What? Audio mixer. Yeah, this Fifine stuff is kind of everywhere. Let's see, $60. That's a welcome deal though. Again, I don't know if I trust Chinesium mixers. I think if I buy a Chinesium mixer, it'd be on Amazon, so I can return it really easily. No compressor. Yeah, I think I'm good. Not gonna do a Chinesium mixer. Well, I think all of my files, yeah, all of my files have transferred, so all frickin' 42.7 gigs of single video shooting, which is crazy. Absolutely nuts. Name UDP 3305S. Put a link. You can link whatever you want. Just don't put like external links. If it's on YouTube, it's fine. That's because Franco is obsessed with this content creator now. I think, let's see. So here's just, okay, first of all, this, right? I don't know if this has any actual nudity in it, but if you scroll down, there we go. This lady, she has 4K and it's exactly what you think. So this is just an unsigned in YouTube. So this is not actually age verified. So Franco is like obsessed with Eva dress up at the moment. I mean, I have a feeling why people like this one as well. Let's see. I think I have an idea why people like this one. It's probably for this lady here. This one's actually a really good video. I've actually seen this one. The canopy breaks open. She's got incredible skills. So, yeah. This one, oh, I wonder why people like this one. This one looks freaking AI. It looks fake. Jesus Christ. This is better. This is South Main Auto. I love his stuff. Oh, gee, I wonder why people like this. Brawless Stroll. It's funny because this is a non-signed in instance. Old Hack EE. Let me look. Old Hack EE. Let's see. What's he got? Best fit voltage divider. Excel user defined function. Okay. Loaded voltage divider. Why did he put 4K video on all of his things? Something's going on outside. I can hear, I don't know what I'm hearing. Hear something. This looks pretty good. Oh, comparators. Okay, okay. Active filters. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at this guy. Let me copy this onto my main here. And I will subscribe. There we go. Old Hack EE. I appreciate that. All right, did I put my files in? Yeah, so there's all the files. All the 4K video files. It's still building the previews, I think. Oh, 965 should go down at the bottom. Nine, 6, 5. Move. Is there a sort? No. So this is the intro here. Change sequence settings. Actually, I'll change the sequence now before I forget. Sequence settings to 60 FPS. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. There we go, 4K. Okay, that's... I think the footage looks really good. I mean, I do stand in front, sadly. Looks good. Looks very good. 4K footage, man. This is at quarter quality. If I go full quality previews, that looks good. Yeah, quarter is 1080p. So this is showing up at 1080p now. So yeah, I'm gonna have a hell of a time putting that all together. By the way, Vero is going to be streaming today, later on, probably this afternoon. She'll be streaming on twitch.tv/Verowack. Let's see, twitch.tv/Verowack to watch Vero stream later this afternoon. noon, excuse me. So in a couple hours. I grab this, pin that. There we go. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, happy Canada Day, Peter, because you are Canadian like us. Right? Right? Oh shit, 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 shit. I accidentally clicked World of Warcraft. There we go. So yeah, we're supposed to have some fighter jets pass overhead today. But yeah, I think this is it for the stream today. So if you guys want to check out Vero's stream this afternoon, we will be, I'll be in the chat. She's going to be playing Pikmin. It's going to be lots of fun. Oh, why did I just get a bill for Patreon? I'll have to figure that out after. So yeah, so happy Canada Day, everyone. And hopefully I'll get this video done at some point, not too long from now. And yeah, hope to catch you guys in the next stream, probably Wednesday if I don't head out to go fishing. So probably Wednesday morning. So have a good one, everyone. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for being here, and happy Canada Day to everyone.